Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I'm risking getting in trouble today because people are still asleep in this house, and I could get in trouble, but I'm going to have to keep it a little quiet, but we'll see. Before I get going on, remind everybody that Lingto, I think they had like a record-breaking weekend this weekend because they've got PolySign up there, and they've still got Ripple, I think, but they lowered their minimum to 5K. And then they've extended this, I think, to they've extended it to the end of the month. Limited time for every 10K or more you invest in the Uphold wallet. Lingto will give you cash back rebate for your Uphold wallet in USDC. Okay, so the link to that's in the very top of the description. They are one of my sponsors. I am one of their customers. I backed up the truck on PolySign this weekend, and it felt good. Okay. Now I want to show you something. We've now seen rumors of from first of all Maria Bartiromo. They said that back in November, it was on the 14th of November. They said that they were expecting a settlement tomorrow, which would have been the 15th of November. Then this week, Charles Hoskinson dropped this thing where he said that someone had told him that there was going to be a settlement on December 15th. So, everybody, Eleanor Terrett had gone to Ripple, and Ripple had denied that there would be a settlement they had denied it in November, then they denied that. So, somebody made me aware of this last night. Last night, Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested, and we'll get to that. But he was arrested, and then someone said, well, somebody asked Charles Hoskinson in one of these Twitter live things about the Ripple case. And so I was actually laying in bed in the middle of the night, and I went and found this thing. Okay. So here's what's said here, because I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying it could be that both Maria Bartiromo and Charles Hoskinson just threw out the wrong word, settlement. And then what they meant was a decision by the judge in summary judgment. Listen to this.
Charles, any prediction on how the impact of this XRP Ripple lawsuit is going to have?
Well, that's a little off topic, but I did make a statement. I heard from a friend of mine who's in the legal circles that there may be a settlement or decision on the summary judgment on December 15th. I think that's before the judge goes on vacation on the 17th. If not, it's likely going to get resolved Q1, but I don't have any more information than that. It's just something I shared in an AMA.
Now, if you remember, he just said that there was one of his friends in legal circles the other day when he used the word settlement, he said that this could be catastrophic for the industry. Now, what would be good for XRP could be catastrophic for the industry. So my question is whether the judge is going to free XRP. If this is true, which maybe it's not, but if it is true, is it possible that XRP would get freed on December the 15th by the judge, not by a settlement? Anyway, we'll find out. But Eleanor Terrett thought it was interesting. She said, this is an interesting decision on summary judgment, definitely different than a settlement. What say you? So maybe we'll find out from Ripple if they deny a potential summary judgment too. Now, this is a very accurate tweet. The world is changing before your eyes. XRP is at the center of this change. The digital era is nigh. And then this was Jim Rickards on the Daniela Cambone show. I don't know if I said her name right, but listen to this.
For what we're talking about, which is a world where the dollar as a reserve currency will not be deposed overnight, but as a payment currency, there's a difference between a reserve currency and a payment currency. Right. Anything can be a payment currency. If I want to pay you with baseball cards and bottle caps,
XRP,
okay with that, then it's a currency. So when we see the BRICS Plus, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, OPEC Plus, China individually. All these countries are the Eurasian European Economic Union, which is Putin's answer to the EU. All of these organizations are working on new payment systems right now, and they're going to start to roll them out this year and later. So that's going to be a radical change in how we pay for things.
And I think that's such an important...
Okay. And then we had this. This was yesterday. Speculation in legal circles is Caroline Ellison's hiring of politically connected Wilmer Hale, which has deep ties to Manhattan U.S. Attorney's offices known for plea deals. It indicates she will likely cooperate with prosecutors and turn on SBF. Okay? And then this was so bizarre. This was from yesterday. SBF to skip testifying in person before Congress because he's quite overbooked. Okay, that was bizarro. And then yesterday also, there's a lot of stuff happening. Bombshell exclusive. Fox News, Biden's SEC chair Gary Gensler deleted key details of meetings with George Soros and this person whose name we don't say on this channel and Nancy Pelosi from the public version of his calendar. Did they discuss FTX and SBF? That's a pretty specific question right there. And then John Deaton comes in and says, enough is enough. Gary Gensler believes he can do whatever he wants with no oversight. The SEC won't even produce public calendars of Gensler or other SEC staff. And when people like me state the SEC has become an innovation-killing cesspool of corruption, we're the bad guys. Now, I'm not going to go further into that, but John did a whole tweet thread on that about some of the things he's been going through. And I told Tom Emmer, I said, if a new day's coming, this man's got to go. So here's the calendar, and here's that person whose name we don't say on this channel. Saturday, August 7th, 2021. So the digital asset investor has been through Gary's calendar at least, I would say at least tens of times, maybe hundreds, okay? And I can promise you one thing. Hillary Clinton, I didn't mean to say that name. I apologize. Person whose name should not be named, I apologize. It won't come out of my mouth again. Some of these people are awfully creepy. Okay. So that name was not, I repeat, not in Gary Gensler's calendar, because if it had been in the calendar, I would have said something about it, because it screams of this guy being political instead of serving the public like he's supposed to and protecting investors, which we already knew, but this is one of those confirmations of it that would be a reason for him not wanting it to be in his calendar. So if we now have a public servant, not more than a week ago, he was bragging about how his calendar's public. Remember, he did it in an interview. Well, if now we know that he is a liar and just deletes things from the calendar and lies to the public about it, what else is he lying about? Why is he still there? We know he sure isn't serving the public. Now we have a known liar as SEC chairman of the United States. Must be nice to be in the club. Go ahead and take a look on page 4 on who FTX hired for its third objective of managing FTX fiasco. Yes, that would be Sullivan, Cromwell, J. Clayton's law firm. And then Crypto Law had said independent confirmation by Fox News that Gary Gensler's public calendar is intentionally deceptive and hides entries from public view. This is crazy, folks. We have a Congress who doesn't hold the SEC chairman. There's only one. Congress is the only people that can hold this guy accountable, and they don't hold accountable a guy who has been proven to be a liar time after time after time, lying to the very public who he's supposed to be protecting. This country's going down the tubes if people don't start taking the trash out, folks, if it's not already too late. FTX's new CEO, John Ray's testimony was released. In it, he confirms FTX commingled client assets with Alameda. Alameda used client funds for margin trading. FTX spent $5 billion of clients' assets buying businesses, real estate, and more. This is the nail in the coffin for SBF. And then last night, they announced This is the U.S. Attorney for New York. Earlier this evening, Bahamian authorities arrested SBF at the request of the U.S. government based on a sealed indictment filed by the SDNY. We expect move to unseal indictment in the morning, and we'll have more to say. And then, this is funny, Maxine Waters was surprised by Sam Bankman-Fried's arrest. And now, think about the timing of that. Just what perfect timing. Now he doesn't have to sit in front of Congress because we've confirmed that. This is from Eleanor Terrett. Senator Toomey and Sherrod Brown just released a statement in which they say SBF has declined to attend a hearing in front of, this is Senate. I don't know if let me see if what she said. We received confirmation this afternoon that Mr. Bankman-Fried and his lawyers, that he was still planning to appear. So according to this, he's still planning to appear today in front of Maxine Waters, but he's been arrested and he's not going to appear in front of the Senate Banking Committee. Okay. I'm hoping that'll be, talk about interesting. Of course, then he's just going to plead the fifth on everything and clam up. And then the SEC, who was literally having planning sessions with Sam Bankman-Fried, is now going to step up to the plate, and they're going to show you what a great job they do. They're saying we recommend our law enforcement partners. We commend our law enforcement partners for securing the arrest of Sam Bankman-Fried on federal crimes. The SEC has authorized separate charges relating to his violations of securities laws to be filed publicly tomorrow, SDNY. These are people that were having planning sessions with this guy while they sued Ripple and held up XRP holders for the last 2 years, folks. Same people. They were having planning sessions with him, not just meeting with him, planning sessions. By the way, they were also having planning sessions with Joseph Lubin and Andrew Keyes from the Brooklyn Project and Consensus back in 2018. Same group. They're having planning sessions with them back then, while the rest of the crypto industry was left on the outside looking in, just like in this case. And so I said to Ripple, Stuart Alderati, Brad Garlinghouse, now that the chairman of the SEC is a proven liar, what about the people that work for him that are suing you? Have they been lying too? We know that Bill Hinman went, remember, when this whole thing started? Bill Hinman went in and said, oh, this is my personal opinion, in court, under oath, in a deposition, right? I think that's under oath. At least it's in court. Said it was his personal opinion, then we found out otherwise. It wasn't his personal opinion. I'll tell you what, folks, this country is finished if we don't do something about all of these people that have corrupted our government. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family it's time to take out the trash. Thanks for